Hello, Mr. Miles. Today I am presenting Yoky Matsuoka. Okay, so Yoky Matsuoka was born in Japan in 1972. At a young age, she knew she was different from her peers because she had many interests, while in that time you were expected to only have one main focus. She had a love for mathematics and physics, but she also was taken away by biology and physiology as well. She was also very athletic, and at one point she was a professional tennis player, but because of too many ankle injuries, she had to retire. She was also very hands-on with machinery, and she was very big into robotics. Yoki was a master because she had many strengths, and she took them all and tied them together. She was always trying to think of new ways to advance technology, and as Green states, she fell upon a subject that seemed to open up all sorts of larger questions that would satisfy her voracious, wide-range interests. The relatively new field of robotics. I'm sure many people doubted her path and choices, but she kept striving to do what she had a passion for, because she knew so much about biology as well. It would tie into robotics because she also had a very big interest in trying to make robotics as lifelike as possible. Lessons learned by Yogi that can help me with my journey are taking my skills that I have and putting them together and not just forgetting about some. She also taught me that there's no obstacles that you can't get over, not even if there's physical. And there's nothing wrong with being independent. You don't have to be like everybody else. One question that I would have for Ya, for Yoki is that Green states in that Masuka had a much different approach, and she wanted to create something as lifelike and anatomically correct as possible. So my question would be, if you created a human-like tennis-playing robot, would you have to program the robot to have limitations, such as how hard they could hit the ball or how fast they could run in order to return it? Another question that I would have would be, in the book, Green states that although its realization is years away, the design of such a neurologically connected hand will have technological consequences far beyond robotics. So my question would be, is creating human-like robots more dangerous than just making them kind of just robots? Because would they have to adapt to be more like humans, or would they understand that they're just robots and nothing like us? Um, sorry. Um, Laziness, or excuse me, two of the deadly, not deadly. I can't remember the word. I'm sorry. I really want to say sins. But the first one that I chose is laziness. So laziness is the biggest, deadly reality. Laziness is the biggest deadly reality of them all, I believe, because it impacts me the most. I often suffer for being too lazy and procrastinating into the last second, and it always messes me up in the long run. It's hard to break away from constantly wanting to chill out and relax, but when work needs to get done, it's time to get the work done. The second one I would say is self-obsession. In life, it's good to be confident, but never cocky. Being self-obsessed is greatly looked down upon because no one wants to be around anyone who puts themselves on a pedestal and on top of others. In life, everyone is equal. No one's life is greater value than anyone else's. It will also be your biggest downfall. Thank you very much for listening. Signing out.